It's looking like we're live. I'll just wait for the notification here to make sure we're running. And we got our notification. So, good evening, everybody. It's Rob from Canadian Trucking Magazine, and we are here to look at SEMA360 day number 1. And I had a chance to kind of peruse a little bit earlier and take a look at what the page looked like and what everything was going to look like, and try to figure out how I was going to deliver this content to you guys, because I know you're super curious about everything that's going on in the aftermarket industry. And the SEMA show is the be-all, end-all of the aftermarket industry. So we will switch tabs here. And I believe I fixed my audio issues from yesterday. So we can go... I want to show you guys this video, actually, because this video is pretty cool. Talks about Jay Leno in his garage here. And I got...
So welcome everybody to SEMA360. I'm Mike Spagnola, and I'm joined here by my good friend Jay Leno, SEMA Ambassador.
Yeah, I guess that would be. Yeah, Ambassador. Yeah, that's a big title, Ambassador.
Video loud and clear.
If you can't go to SEMA, you bring SEMA to here.
And, you know, we wish we could be in Las Vegas, but
I know.
I guess it's the next best thing. So
Who would have guessed a year ago that it wouldn't even be there? I mean, last year was so huge. We unveiled the Bronco, and there's so many exciting things going on. We had a record number of visitors, and this year is nothing.
you know, we're doing the next best thing. We've got the SEMA360, and thanks for having us here in your garage today.
Thanks for coming. Hopefully, you can visit each person's garage. That would be kind of fun. Just go to different garages around the country with the whole SEMA deal. Yeah.
So, you know, Jay, we've known each other a long time, but I've never really asked you, how old were you when you knew you wanted to be into cars, and how did all this get started?
Well, I grew up in Andover, Massachusetts. That's a rural town about 30 miles north of Boston, approximately. And, you know, we had 3 or 4 acres, and there were always broken lawnmowers, snowmobiles, mini bikes. When I was 11 or 12, we found an abandoned 4CV Renault.
Sure.
And we got it running. We drove it around the backyard, and your mom would watch through the kitchen window, you know, watch you going. I mean, now they call, of course, child services and cars taken away. There was a great satisfaction in having something that was broken and getting it running. You know, that was like, oh, hey, Pop, come look. I remember I had a lawnmower engine. My dad said, play with it, see and get it running, you know. So I took the head off, and here's the problem. There's a piece of paper between the head and the cylinder. I'll just take that off. You know, I didn't realize it was a head gasket. I bolted it all back together because it wouldn't run. So you learned the hard way, you know. So that was, I mean, it was just a different time.
And the rest is history, of course. I mean,
yeah, you know, I never thought of myself as, I don't think of it as a collector. I just never sold anything. If you're reasonably knowledgeable and you collect what you like, chances are other people like it too, and they go up in value. I mean, the greatest example is the McLaren F1. Back in '98, it was secondhand. It was $800,000, which is what it cost new. But there weren't any around. And I thought, well, you know, it's the greatest car ever. Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb and get it. The last offer I got was $17.5 million, and one sold at Monterey for $24 million. 4 GTs, another real collectible car, the GT350. So, I mean, if you play your cards right, you can not lose your shirt on it. But the nice thing is, if you collect what you like, and it does go down in value, at least you still like it. Yeah. Like, to me, I don't really sell anything because, well, the house would go first. You know, I mean,
car guy here.
Everything else would go first. So, yeah.
Well, let's walk around and look at a few of your cars, can we? It's hard to believe it's been a whole year since we released this Bronco at SEMA last year.
For those who don't know, it's a '68 Bronco that I've had for quite a while. Craig Ferguson, the comedian, gave it to me as a gag gift. We decided to totally redo it. I like to improve brakes, I like to improve performance and handling, but I like to look at original type dash.
Yeah, this was a 3D printed grille that we did with our friends at Stratasys.
This has the engine out of the GT500, the new Shelby motor. It's the only time this engine's ever been mated to a manual transmission. Yeah. You know, the old days of just getting the bell housing to fit is gone, because it's all electronic now. So Ford was kind enough to do this for us. See, it says 1 of 1, and they mated this to the Tremec 5-speed, which really makes it fun, because then it feels like a classic Bronco. I mean, it's almost 800 horsepower. It doesn't weigh anything. The Kinzer chassis is fantastic. This is all aftermarket stuff. Well, you guys know, you guys did an awful lot of work.
Yeah, Willwood brakes. A lot of SEMA manufacturers in this. Yeah, it's really the ultimate sleeper car. I mean, It is really a rare and amazing vehicle.
A resto mod like this is way safer than the standard car because it stops better, it handles better, it's got more power, and it pollutes less.
Sure.
Come on, let's go. Look.
Yeah.
Come on, I'll show you the inside here. We kept the inside pretty original too.
I love the amp research steps. So Jay, you obviously had a lot of input into the design, and I love how you left the inside stark in this.
Well, I wanted to still be recognized as a Ford Bronco, right? You know, I mean, that's sort of the fun part. People go, is that, what, it looks a little different, what, you know, and they try to figure out what's wrong. I mean, I always like the thin wheel. I love this era of the option list. But you want them, well, that's $250. It's $250 for that mirror. Do you want a heater? Okay, that's $11. And every single little item, you know, you couldn't get anything. No electric windows, no nothing like that.
I think it really is the ultimate sleeper.
Yeah,
it really is. Let's look at some other stuff, huh?
Sure, come on.
This whole COVID thing, how's it impacted you and your business?
Well, I try to look at the bright side of stuff, you know. I mean, the one upside to COVID is for guys like us, you can go, honey, I'd love to take you to that new vegan restaurant, but it's closed. Let's go to In-N-Out, get some burgers. I'll work in the garage and you can read or something. So from that point, it's fantastic.
Because we couldn't do the SEMA show in Las Vegas, we thought we'd bring some of the cars to you that we thought would have been at the SEMA show this year.
Cool. Well, I saw the truck out there, but they told me I couldn't see anything. I had to wait for you. So I'm anxious to see what you got.
Yeah, let's go look. So Jay, you've been coming to the SEMA show for a long time. You know, what brings you back every year?
Well, it's funny because this is the first time in decades I've missed it. I don't go to gamble. I don't go to drink. You can't fool around. Yeah. I go for the cars. Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, you've been a great ambassador to SEMA. We really
it's great
appreciate
fun. I enjoy it. And I like the fact that you get these guys that invent a product in their garage and they come to SEMA and they show it, and then suddenly they have a national platform.
It's always amazing to me to see all the new products. I mean, even with SEMA360 this year, there's over 2,000 new products.
Well, this is pretty amazing.
Yeah, this is the new Ram TRX. This is something we would have seen at SEMA this year. Just amazing how the truck market has just continued to expand.
I know, and it's so funny how trucks have become, well, sort of luxury, high performance. And this has the Hellcat engine, right?
It does, yeah, 702 horsepower.
Yeah.
It's, you know, whoever thought the truck market and that the OEs would really grasp this and take off with it, and it just gets, you know, better each year.
In Europe, they wouldn't think of building a 700 horsepower truck. No. This is American excess taken to the limit, and it's fun. I mean, it makes it exciting. I mean, you have to go to Lamborghini or Ferrari or a Zonda or any of those to get 700 horsepower.
Sure. And you know, the trucks ride nice now. I mean, you know, it used to be you used a truck right for the farm or for work. You know, now guys are driving these every day. You know, Ram air intake. I mean, this truck has got just amazing features to it.
When I was a kid, you got the 6-cylinder with a bench seat and a radio. Maybe air conditioning if you were Mr. La-di-da, but that was about it, you know. There's nothing in a Cadillac that's not in this.
No, it's got several modes. I mean, you can set this thing for off-road Baja, you can set it for snow, you can set it, it's got launch control.
Yeah.
I mean, a truck with launch control, right?
And my favorite thing is a lot of manufacturers, they're using the aftermarket parts.
Right.
They're going to the shocks, they're going to disc brakes, because they realize aftermarket people, that's all they do. So they build the best they can. So why develop it in the house when we can buy it from them?
You know, one of the things that SEMA manufacturers always look for is good bones in a car.
Right.
When you got to have a good canvas to start with. And obviously the truck market is huge, but this truck's got great bones to it. Well, let's have a look at what else we have.
There's
a couple other
I'm
cars
anxious
with great
to see.
bones.
Let's go over here.
So Jay, the second car we picked was the new Corvette C8.
Yeah, these are amazing. This, to me, is American exceptionalism at its best.
It really is.
Because I think most people thought, okay, the C7 will be $80,000, and this is going to be 170 or 200. Or this, they built it for $60,000. Like a lot of people, I thought, well, it's probably got some torque converter transmission. No, it's got a dual clutch, magnesium, aluminum. I mean, it's amazing how they can build it for this. I mean, every part of this, the engineering, the marketing, the cost cutting, how they're able to do it for 60 grand.
It's one badass car, and you know, I'm just amazed. Mid-engine, you know, it's probably the best bang for the buck today. I mean, if you think about, you know, starting at 60 grand.
Corvette has always been the best performance with it. You know something, whenever I watch or read like Car and Drive, Road and Track, they do the shootouts, you know, with different cars. Two cars always go to the front, Porsche and Corvette. You know, the Lamborghini guys, the Ferrari guys, they don't really show up at those because they don't beat their cars. They don't drive them hard. Corvette guys and Porsche guys, they drive their vehicles hard and they can take it, you know? It's amazing.
this would have been the darling of the show this year at SEMA, I'm sure. You know, a lot of aftermarket products already for it. This particular Corvette already has aftermarket wheels on it. You know, we're already seeing superchargers being developed, wide body kits, tires and wheels.
Well, you
suspension.
know, there's a Z06 version coming.
Yeah, we know, but guys are beating it to market. You know, our aftermarket manufacturers. You know, we have at SEMA, in the SEMA garage, we have CAD, we have this tech transfer program, and again, we're seeing suspension kits. You think about anything on this car, again, wide body kits.
Well, the base model of this C8 is faster to 60 miles an hour than the most high-performance version of the Corvette last year, the ZR1.
Yeah, just incredible.
And it's less money.
Yeah, just.
I don't know how they do it. For the longest time, Americans had to do this with the European competition. Well, sorry, but they don't anymore. I mean,
No, for sure.
if I was Lamborghini and Ferrari, the fact that you could buy 3 of these
Yeah.
for the price of one of those,
Yeah.
and you've got almost equal horsepower,
Yeah.
that's unbelievable.
Yeah, great car.
Well, the next one is the one I've really been interested in because I have kind of a stake in it. And I haven't seen it yet, so it's in the back?
Yeah, it's in the back.
Let's bring
have
it
a
out
look.
here.
Yeah, the legend continues.
Yeah, this is the one I think everybody's the most anxious to see. I mean, just the reaction we got when we premiered our Bronco last year.
Right.
And that's an old Bronco,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so, but people knew it was leading up to, and there would be some styling cues, although not that many. Well, this is sort of similar. A few things to mind. Yeah.
You know, this truck was built with the aftermarket in mind.
Right.
We had the opportunity to work with Ford on some of the development, and they really thought about the aftermarket and SEMA manufacturers when they were designing this car. Frameless, removable doors. Of course, the top comes off in 3 pieces,
Right.
and so you don't need 4 guys to lift the top off. They've thought of
So
every.
you can have any part of it open. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it really is meant for the off-road community, and really, I mean, I can't imagine next year at the SEMA show how many products are going to be for this thing.
Yeah, and it's bigger and beefier than the early one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, factory 35-inch tires.
I know.
You know.
It's like my 68 Bronco was like me in 68, kind of lean,
Yeah.
like a little heavier, a little punchier, a little bigger, a little chubby all the way around, bigger tires, yeah. No, it's fantastic, and it looks great.
It really is good looking. The styling on it's just amazing. And all the little off-road cues and all the things they've done to this thing. You know, there's a lot we can't even talk about yet. There's some things coming on this Bronco that are just really cool for the aftermarket.
I love all the new colors, and
Yeah.
it really pops, you know.
Well, and you know, the consumer has really taken to this Bronco, right? Over 150,000 initial orders.
Is that right?
Yeah. And so, you know, we're going to see the aftermarket, of course, again, building bigger brakes, bigger suspension, different fenders. The accessories for this thing next year at SEMA are just going to be unbelievable.
Well, that was sort of the same deal with the first Bronco, because when it came out in, was it 66? 66. Well, you got a side window and you got a heater, and it was like because what you had then was most guys were buying old World War II Jeeps, and then this was like a Lincoln or something compared to that, with the 6-cylinder engine, the 3-speed on the tree, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so it's funny. So it's sort of keeping that same sort of theme, something that is basic in its utilitarianism, but has all the luxury features as well, you know.
And you know, you can order it in a stick. You know, there aren't a lot of cars today that you can order in a stick shift. So, you know, again, they thought about the off-road community. They thought about the aftermarket.
I like this headlight treatment here, sort of futuristic, but keeps the retro look to it. Really beautiful car.
So what do you think? You're going to have one of these? We're going to have to do one next year?
I think I gotta pull the trigger on that. Because that new Mustang E looks pretty good too.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Prices start under $30,000.
Yeah.
I mean, just a great, again, bang for the buck. SEMA manufacturers are anxious to see this thing. They're anxious to get a hold of it. You know, our phone rings every day. You know, when are we going to have one? When are we going to have a measuring session? When are we going to have CAD? And it's coming. I can guarantee you it's coming.
Well, Mike, thanks for bringing all this by. It was fun.
Yeah, thank you. And thanks for taking time with us. And thanks.
Oh, no. Anytime you bring cars to my garage, don't worry about it. And feel free to leave them here.
No, again, you're a great ambassador to SEMA.
No,
we really
thanks,
appreciate it. And
Great.
Thanks for taking time with us today.
Well, as much as I like having the cars brought here, I do miss going to Vegas. So next year, Vegas SEMA. We're going to do it.
Next year, we'll see you there.
Yeah.
Jay's not the only one that misses SEMA. We're missing SEMA this year. We're missing Las Vegas this year. Huge. I should have had at least 30 or 40 ounces of prime rib in me by now. So we go to the new product showcase where they're listing all the new products. And normally we would walk around and these would be at the individual manufacturer's booth. And we'd be able to chat with them and ask questions and interact with them. But it's not bad, kind of the way they have it laid out, actually. And I gotta say, they did a really good job of pulling it together at the last minute. So you got your categories, and it's organized by categories, so you can go right into what you want. So like exterior product accessories, that'll just bring up all the different exterior product accessories. So, and you can see all the stuff that's coming out. And this is the new product showcase. So these are brand new products that are just being unveiled to the media and to the industry. So SEMA is normally closed, and you don't get to see it unless you're subscribed to us and watching us and other publications. So you got some Jeep doors. It'll be interesting to see because the Jeep off-road aftermarket accessory market is huge. So what they were talking about the Bronco is the Bronco brings that competitor to the Jeep, and people who are going to buy Broncos are going to want to basically accessorize them like they do with their Jeeps, right? So it'll be interesting to see next year. Next year, SEMA will see a ton of different Broncos that are accessorized with all the different manufacturers. So this year with SEMA360 in this format, you're kind of experiencing what me and Dave experienced, where we're kind of walking the floor and looking at the different products and looking for things of interest that, oh, look at that. Kurt Group is manufacturing a high-rise rear step. I wonder how similar that is to her other favorite step. I don't know if this would work. Oh yeah, it is. Dave did a video of a similar product, demonstration of it. You can find it on the page. I think it was about a couple weeks ago. And he was demonstrating how to set these up and how to put these up in the vehicle. So it's interesting that Kurt Manufacturing is manufacturing these. I wonder what the price on these would be. And this is new product, so this is brand new for Kurt. And let's see if it takes us to their page. I think this just takes it to all their products page. Click there to open content. So then there's everybody we can connect with to kind of talk about it. One thing I don't like is if you use the back button, exterior accessories, it kind of takes you back to the beginning. So I'm going to have to work on my navigation skills a little bit with this and bring it, figure it out. So that's kind of interesting to see that that rear step is being unveiled at SEMA as a new product. And Canadian Trucking Magazine has not only brought you that product, but demonstrated that product prior to it being unveiled at SEMA. So I guess, yeah. So some more stuff from Kurt. Aftermarket hood pins, sequential taillights. See, that's kind of the good thing about going to SEMA and seeing all these new products. Because had we not seen that step prior to SEMA, that would be a pretty exciting find to bring you guys. So there's over 2,000 new products this year. Horn blasters. Looks like they got some new horn blasters here. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to do this without losing my place. That would be loud. The Shocker S6, probably because there's 6 horns on there. We really like horn blasters here at CTM. They provide some good high quality products and some really easy to install kits. You can see they got the K5 there and the Super Echo air horn. Some more Jeep accessories. LED lighting kit, that's kind of cool. I guess these guys didn't get their pictures up in time for these products. Again, there's always a ton of Jeep accessories at SEMA. If you own a Jeep, you'll definitely want to be tuning in all week. Good evening, Dorothy White. I just saw your comment there. So later on in the week, I do plan to go and visit all of the vehicles and go through and show you guys all the vehicles. Probably do that on Friday and spend a little more time there, and probably during the day on Friday and check out some of the cars that these companies have worked tirelessly all year long building these vehicles for SEMA, to bring them to the show and show them off. And it's unfortunate that they had to cancel the show so we couldn't see those vehicles in person and take videos of photographs of them in person. But I guess technically I'm experiencing the show the way you guys have always had to experience it over the years. So I need one of those little up arrows to go back to the top. So let's see what the featured products look like. Some shop towels. Some cut resistant gloves, that would be nice. Because if there's one thing I've learned traveling in a truck, is having a good pair of gloves in the driver's side door. Because I have yet to find a clean diesel pump that isn't covered in diesel. It's a cool little portable lift there. Yeah, so on the SEMA show, you guys probably don't get to see a lot of it in our videos, but all of these manufacturers have booths, and they have all these products set up on the floor so that you can see them and view them, and they usually got a really cool car customized with their accessories parked in front of it. Booth bait, so to speak. Center console refrigerator. Most modern trucks nowadays are coming with fridges. Colad UV fast curing system. Milwaukee Tools, they've really blown up in the last 5 years, coming out with some pretty good products. I've been using a lot of Milwaukee stuff lately, and I gotta say, portable packable compressor. Can't do the open a new page, eh? Milwaukee Tool, Milwaukee M18 pack out light charger. 3000 lumens of true view high definition output. So this is like a light box and charger all in one. So if you're working in the dark, oop, what did that just do there? It just jumped back. Go back, so that's kind of cool. Portable wet dry vac. Compact vacuum. So there, yeah, they're adding a ton of stuff to the Milwaukee line here, really expanding it. Tons of aftermarket headlights. I'm surprised Shoes doesn't have their photos up there yet. Because they're pretty huge in aftermarket industry electronics. I don't have their pictures up yet. Full powered smart dash cam. Magnet grip wireless charging vent mount. Here's some lift kits for some side-by-sides and UTVs. Hmm. The high-rise rear entry step. I probably should have started it with this tab because this tab might be encompassing all of the products. Truck Hero always has a huge booth at SEMA with probably 30 trucks. They're massive manufacturer of. They probably produce everything and anything you can think of truck related. And Weston slash Super Winch is another big one. So yeah, again, 2,200 new and featured products. So there's a ton of stuff to look at the SEMA show. And it's kind of nice the way it's organized online like this. They just don't get the magic of being in Las Vegas and all the vehicles and the cars that are in front of it. Interior bike mounting. So this video is going to be saved to the page too, so that you can go back and look at it if you're in the middle of something or you're too busy to watch it live. Just looking through the interior products. Mobile electronics, one of my favorites. It's a nice little portable power station. So again, these just are the new products. And the next couple days we'll be going into the manufacturer's showcase and going through the manufacturer's showcase and looking at all the stuff that's coming out and try to find you that new exciting products that'll make your life on the road a lot easier. Classic retro radio if you got a retro car and you want to restore it to as close as original possible. So that's kind of cool that that's available and that you can do that. Check out the off-road section. Bilstein shocks are really good. I really like them. Just a ton of Jeep accessories. And I think next year we're going to see a ton of Bronco accessories on all Broncos. Six-inch lift kits. I need to put a little arrow at the bottom of the page to take you back to the top. Take a look through the Power Sport. Summit View UTV dual 1080p camera system with high definition 7-inch DVR. So that's kind of cool for you UTV riders, which is on my wish list. back to the top. Yeah, so we'll just go for a quick tease here through the builder showcase, because there's probably going to be a ton of vehicles to look at here. So I'll just give you guys a sneak peek of what you guys got coming up. I got it broken down by category too, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, so there's just a ton of cars here that we're going to check out throughout the week and go through everything. And I'm going to spend the next couple days going through and looking at these products and the different products in the new product showcase. And figure out what would be exciting for the drivers out there that would help their day to day and work smarter, not harder, and make some more money. So I'm going to log off and end this for the night for right now and do a little more perusing and searching. And if there's anything specific you want me to try to find or look for at the show, let me know and I will take a look for it. Make sure you give this video a big like and a big share. That would be greatly appreciated. And until we see you again, keep streaming and keep on trucking. Thanks for watching.